What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy, Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. And damn, Edge Magazine got a fast. Hey, ladies, this is my pony, Edge Magazine. You know what I mean? I love you, pony. I be like, so I love my pony. I never let it go. I'll buy that for $1. On to today's video. And these type of videos I enjoy doing. Because after this one's probably my last one, then I'm going to get back to what counts, which is gaming. So, IGN, right? IGN. It was a blog on IGN when they first announced the Xbox One. Microsoft never came out and gave the full specs. Like I said, they did. And they was a little bit in. A few magazines, tech guys put the rest of what they thought in different variables. So, make a long short. He was saying that in this one blogger, he was saying that the Xbox One is a capable machine, but the PlayStation 4, really is going to outperform it. And all the ponies ate that up. Yeah. And he said maybe it may not show now, but down the line, right? So about a month or about 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later, and it came out that we all thought that the PlayStation 1 had 1 gigabyte of RAM dedicated to the OS and 7 gigabytes for games. Even the guy from DICE, when he did the interview from Hip Hop Gamer, said, when you get past like 6 gigs of RAM on a console, you really can't because it starts to pull back. But let me make a long story short. But we all, the public, we're not saying we don't take out. We all thought that it had 7 gigabytes for dedicated to gaming and 1 gig for the OS. You know what I mean? Then it came out, it's not true, and the dev kits had 4.5 that was dedicated to gaming or 5 to gaming. Whatever the case may be. We all both know that the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are 8 cores, but they thought that, this one blogger thought that, Sony was using most of those cores for gaming, and that didn't come out to be. So he redid his numbers. And then by that time it came out that the Xbox not only had 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, it had 32 megabytes of eSRAM. Now the eSRAM, which is really, really, really fast. So he redid his numbers, and he added the numbers up, and people said, you can't put the numbers together, this, that, and the other. And he was saying, basically, in some ways, the Xbox One, outperforms the PlayStation 4, and, whatever the case may be, as far as memory bandwidth. He was talking about memory bandwidth, and, you ponies lost their mind. What? Cursed the guy out. He was everything but a child of God. And this guy said, he made a part to the position. If you guys, are knowledgeable in this, and you have a master or a doctor and whatever, if you want to sit down like he knows his shit. We can sit down and have a sensible conversation about this. But all you attacking me personally over video game, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like you found it ironic when my figures came up and they were in favor of Sony, you guys were loving me, patting on their backs, and when he redid his numbers and the things were about even in some ways as far as the memory bandwidth, the Xbox One outperformed the PlayStation 4, lost their mind. So then, if Edge Magazine had this anonymous source saying it was 50% faster and this, that, the other, 50% faster. And then Mark, the guy from Microsoft, I think Mark Patello, came out and said, ain't no way, why the hell would we give our biggest competitors a 30% advantage or whatever the case may be? And he gave us a little bit, not Microsoft, not their whole space, but a little bit, like, yeah, there's some numbers, like, it's not, no way it's not true. And you got Major Nelson said they can't wait for the truth to come out and this, that, and the other, right? So then Edge Magazine went on the record and saying they had this anonymous developer, right? Anonymous developer, right? And they're saying not only is this 50% faster, it's 50% stronger. Developers they're complaining about, eSRAM and it's a bitch. Now mind, for the last 7 years, think about it, last 8 years, we all know how developers have praised the Xbox 360. Microsoft made a good product, and it was easy to develop for X, Y, and Z, and they were, they're happy about the eDRAM and all that shit right there. Now, eSRAM is a step up above eDRAM. It's an evolution. It's something, it took all the faults of the eDRAM, made it better, and then you come up with eSRAM, which is faster, right? And eSRAM is faster than eDRAM, okay? It's better, all right? Leave it at that. It's better. So, when they were saying that, Michael, the biggest problem with the Xbox One, the memory isn't unified, the developers can't do this, that, and the other. Now, this is from the anonymous developer, right? This is what they were saying. I said, but goddamn, we didn't have Kojima. Both came out. John Carmack said when he's seen their both consoles, and spec-wise, they're even. Like I said, companies have what you call a non-disclosure agreement. Microsoft never released their full specs of their console. Then they had the presentation of hot chips, they came out the Xbox One, you know what I mean, basically saying, you know, they had the 8 gigabytes of flash, you know, I don't still know what they're gonna use, probably for updates or, you know, when, you know, we playing that game, it's gonna do updates in the background and all that, which is great. Like, you know, like I don't think the PlayStation 4 can do that. You know, when our Xbox, you know, when our console updates and shit, it's gonna do it on the go while we're playing. It has 8 gigabytes of flash memory, you know what I mean? So no one knew that at the time either. So, you know, so like I said, Edge Mag went with this anonymous, you know, the source, this anonymous developer. Not only him, people in the industry were complaining. They hate using the Xbox One. The memory is this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? The praising the PlayStation 4 memory bandwidth, right? So, you know, when Mark Patilli, he gave a little thing and people slammed him and saying it wasn't true. He's being a PR guy, whatever the case may be. So Microsoft's argument says straightforward that they're, but fast forward. So some of those non-disclosure agreement has been lifted. Microsoft gave Eurogamer, Digital Foundry, you know, I guess, an interview. And they said, hey, you can't publish none of this shit until whatever the case. I guess that has passed. So Digital Foundry, y'all know Digital Foundry did a breakdown. You know what I mean? So of what, you know, Mark Patilli was saying, you know, it's a long read. You guys can go there and read it. Said Microsoft's argument seems pretty straightforward. Then in theory, the Xbox would protect 200 megabytes of real life bandwidth trumps Sony's PlayStation 4's 176 gigabytes. You know what I mean? Actually, you know, the memory bandwidth is faster on the Xbox One. You know, but, you know, oh, no. And they would say it was a big misconception that they couldn't, you know, they would sit here, it tackled the misconception that the teams have created a design that cannot access the eSRAM and the DDR3 memory pools simultaneously. Critics say that by adding the available bandwidth together to inflate their numbers and their figures, that it simply is impossible in a real-life scenario. Say, you motherfuckers, it wasn't true. You can. You can, Michael, no one knew this. Like I said, Microsoft didn't come out and show their own. We still don't even know. Still, they didn't, like I said, the 26th, everything will be known. But you can access the eSRAM and the DDR3 simultaneously, both memory pools. Like now what? So now what you're going to say, what your opponents are going to say now, well, it's not about graphics anymore, it's about games and gameplay. Which one is it now? So now I'm just saying now does Edge Magazine like the biggest fucking e-haul, the fucking biggest donkey? I'm not even going to call these motherfuckers a pony. I'm going to call these motherfuckers a donkey. And all you motherfuckers want with this and real, here Microsoft basically being quiet and like, what the fuck is all this hate for? But these are video games. They're for our enjoyment. If you don't want the Xbox One, don't buy the motherfucker. You ain't nobody forcing this motherfucker down your throat. If you don't want it, don't buy it. But like I said before, Microsoft, Sony, they're their two biggest competitors. Why the fuck would Sony Microsoft put in a console that's 50% weaker than their biggest competitor? They're not strapped for cash, okay? And another reason why the Xbox One is going to shine is the audio. And that's when they're going to talk more, like, you know what I mean? You know, and which is a lot better than what's on the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? They were saying about some things that they can do, you know, as far as the audio with inside games honestly, it doesn't eat up as much resources as it does on the PlayStation 4. And that too can be added to like the graphics department and all this shit right here. Like in layman's term, because we got some of the smartest motherfuckers in the world. We fucking made DirectX. That's our shit. The industry uses our shit. So like I said, you guys praise the 360 and how it was, you know, it was a joy to develop for an X, Y, and Z. I'm just being real. The PlayStation brand has never had an easy console to more or less to develop for. Like they said, most of the dev kits were in Japanese all the time, and you couldn't get support and all this shit. They had their own computer code. Now you know what computers. It writes in binary, ones and zeros and shit. So Sony made their own shit at one time, and you know what I mean. But like I said, like not for all that. But I'm saying, like, why the fuck we would put out a console that's 50% weaker than our competitor? That makes no sense. But you have all these YouTubers here. They're running, they report this shit as his gospel. Now what? You ain't seen Jack Tour the Show talk about the PlayStation 4 crashing live on TV yesterday. You ain't seen him talk about it. But let it have been the Xbox One. Everybody ran to it. Icy Rhythms. You know, if that had been the Xbox One crashing live on TV, because they did them both side by side. The news guy, the woman, played the Kinect, was playing Kinect Sports 2, was doing it. So now that the identity say, hey, we got this Playroom, okay, that comes bundled on the PlayStation 4, but need a camera. You know what I mean? They go to use it, the controllers didn't work, the shit didn't work, the shit was crashing, they even had the lady a tablet, that didn't work. You know what I mean? This was live on TV. You know what I mean? You ain't seen not one YouTuber that's been here bashing the Xbox One talk about that. Yes, guess what I did? And then when I do that, I got all these motherfuckers showing up, calling me racial name. Not that I give a fuck. You know what I mean? How many of you Sony dudes can say that you own this? How many? But you're so pro Sony, right? You're so pro. Like I said before, you know, like I said, I think it's crazy. You know, how many of you Nintendo guys? Oh, how many of you Nintendo motherfuckers ain't becoming? And I'm not knocking you because you didn't get your first Nintendo was probably was the Wii. You say you own this, you played this. How many? You see this? What this says right here, motherfucker. I'm a gamer. I think. Like I told you before, I don't play names. I play games. I'm a fucking gamer. You know what I mean? Like I said before, like goddamn. You know, and like I said before, yeah, you know, I guess you think because of me and my colorful background, the way that I talk, you know what I mean? You think that I don't know shit about it. I've been playing games since most of you motherfuckers thought books was candy. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. Like I said, one guy, and I say one guy, you guys can say that I didn't have a gaming PC. I got two of them motherfuckers now. So I know this. Like I said, at the end of the day, I go to where the games are. I'm just being real. If you don't like the Xbox One, you ain't gotta buy. I'm gonna have fun. And like I said, when I talk about, you know, no company is perfect. But when I voice my, you know, my displeasures with the PlayStation brand, because nobody talks about it really in the media or on here on YouTube. When I say what I don't like, I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm not knocking no company for trying to turn a dollar. With this, Sony said that they're going to offset to offset them losing money and making the PlayStation 4. That's why they're charging for PlayStation Plus. That's going to cover that loss. So they're not going to take that money like Xbox did and put that back into their service. They're going to put that back into their pockets to cover the loss of making the PlayStation 4. Now, how many of you motherfuckers are out there going to really go out there and buy a PlayStation Plus? How many? You know what I mean? I bet you this. I bet you Xbox Live subscriptions stay higher than PlayStation Plus. I bet you that. And then any of you YouTubers want to take my bet? Why? Because Xbox guys, you know, man, we've been used to paying this shit for so long. We get it. I don't mind paying for Xbox Live. It's a superior service. I'm not saying nothing about PlayStation Plus and about those games that are not mine that they rent to me. I'm just being real. If I want the game, I'm going to buy it anyway, so I don't need you to, like I said, I'm being real. Why? So, like I said before, it's even a debate with BBC, Blackbuster Crowd. I asked them, why is Sony charging for their online? You know, well, it's $1 billion. No, I'm not talking about them games that they let me borrow. I'm talking about why. Now we know that the Xbox One is going to have dedicated for all first and third party games. All first and third. Their matchmaking will be done in the cloud. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being real. The PlayStation is not doing anything like that. Nothing. Well, they signed a deal with Rackspace, and I posted something in my group yesterday, showed them the coverage of Rackspace into Microsoft actual data centers. Rackspace, you know, they do server maintenance, server security. We all know that Sony got hacked. You know what I mean? Like I said before, they're not signing a deal with Rackspace to have for dedicated, you know, for gaming. That shit is expensive. Who's gonna pay for that? They already said that the money that we pay for PlayStation Plus is gonna go back to cover the loss of making the PlayStation. It's like, I'm just being real. So I'm asking for, why am I planning to play online for the PlayStation 4? It's nothing different to what I've been doing for the last 7 to 8 years on my PlayStation 3. Actually, the online on the Vita is better than the PlayStation 4. I mean, PlayStation 3. And I'm asking why they're charging. So I know why they're charging for Xbox Live. Like I said, I got dedicated servers. I have matchmaking done in the cloud. Like, you know what I mean? I got, I get that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm about to wrap this video up. So now you ponies gonna say it's not about graphics anymore, right? It's about gameplay in the games. But Sony don't have it. They got a bunch of fucking. There's another thing. They toting around these old ass free to play games. They're not fun on a PC. They're not gonna be fun on a weak ass console either. You know what I mean? I'm just being real. They promote all these, these indie games and dookie. Do I really? I don't have to like from being real. I don't have to buy a PlayStation 4 to play 90% of their catalog. They multiplayer I can get on the Xbox One. All those indie games I can get on my PC. Or not even my PC, my cell phone, or my iPad, or my Windows tablet. So what is, like this? I'm just being, the online is not going to be nowhere as good as what's on the PlayStation, on the Xbox One. So I'm hating again. So guess what? I'm sit back. I'm gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna get me a motherfucking hot tea from Dunkin' Donuts with lemon. Allergies bothering. And I'm gonna sit back and watch you motherfuckers damage control this shit out this video. But at the end of the day, I'm about to wrap this shit up. And yeah, nigga, I go in. Yeah, what you gonna call me? What you gonna say? You gonna say a racial slur? I don't want you motherfuckers keep calling me fat. Ain't shit fat about me. I might be a little husky motherfucker. I'm reading your comments like I don't have like no gut or nothing. Like I ain't fat. Like why y'all motherfuckers keep calling me fat? I look fat. Yeah, motherfuckers. Maybe it was my camera or something though. Ain't nothing fat about me. I keep reading your you fat. This ain't nothing fat about you, boy. Like god damn. You know, I might be like I said, I might be a little stocky, but ain't nothing fat about me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm about to wrap this video up, and as I always say, yeah, but you bitch ass niggas, you can't. Oh my, that $1. And as I always say, bang, bang.